Hi guys, and welcome back to Fiction Food Friday. Ever since the Krabby Patty, there have been lots of requests for more Spongebob stuff. Krabby Patty itself is pretty hard to top, which I think Squidward can attest to.
My thighs?
So the next best thing would probably be another version of the Krabby Patty. So we're making pretty patties. They look like pretty patties, but they're actually macarons. Macarons. Macarons? So here's what you'll need. Powdered sugar, almond flour, salt, regular sugar, 3 egg whites, vanilla extract, gel food coloring, sesame seeds, and parchment paper. I'm following just a very basic recipe from Tasty, which I'll link below, but I'm dividing it into thirds so that I can make more colors. You don't have to do that, but just keep that in mind if it looks like my amounts are kind of small. Still working on the plaid version of these, but for now we'll just stick with SpongeBob's 6 designer colors.
Pretty patties, available in 6 designer colors.
First, we need to run a cup of almond flour, 1 3/4 cups of powdered sugar, and half a teaspoon of salt through a food processor, mixing until everything is well combined and very finely ground. Then transfer that mixture through a sifter into a large bowl. Then in a separate bowl, use a hand mixer to beat your 3 egg whites along with another half teaspoon of salt until the mixture has soft peaks. Like that. Then to that mixture, we'll add a 1/4 cup of sugar, just a little bit at a time, and continue beating until we have stiff peaks. Then mix in half a teaspoon of vanilla and your gel food coloring. And typically macarons are kind of pale, but I want these to be rich in color, like the pretty patties. I'm going to use like 3 to 4 drops as opposed to 1 to 2. And then mix it until it's just combined. Now before I add in my dry mixture, I'm just going to prepare my piping bag and my parchment paper. That way when it's ready, we can just pour it right in. Now I'm using a 1A tip. It's kind of technical. Basically, you just need a round tip that's big enough to squeeze it out. I'm using a tall cup because it's just easier to pour it in that way rather than trying to use like one hand and the other hand, you know. Then you want to fit your parchment paper to your cookie sheet. Hey, welcome to the Krusty Krab. We're making pretty. Nah, I'm going to the Shell Shack. They got a talking dog.
Hey, why does it take more than one squirrel to change a light bulb?
Now 1/3 at a time, we're going to fold in our dry mixture until it's combined. After the 3rd addition, keep folding it in until the mixture gets to the figure 8 point. And I had no idea what this was at first, but basically your batter should be smooth enough that when you lift your spatula, you can make a figure 8 with the batter without it breaking off. So not like this, but like this. Then once you're there, don't mix anymore. Transfer it all to the piping bag and then put a little tiny bit on all 4 corners of your parchment paper to make it stick to the tray. Then for the macaron, you're going to squeeze out a small circle about 1 to 2 inches. And as you pipe out every other one, just be sure to leave about 1 inch in between each of them so that they have room to spread in the oven. Then we're going to drop our pan on the table a few times to get out all the air bubbles. Now to make them look like hamburger buns, we're going to add some sesame seeds to half of the macarons. And this is just for looks, not for taste. So just use a few. And just make sure you do it right after you pipe them because they don't stay sticky for too long. Once they're covered, let them sit for at least a half an hour until the surfaces are no longer sticky. You should be able to glide your finger right across the surface without any resistance. That is when they're ready. Then bake them in the oven at 300 for 17 minutes. Once they're done, you should have some smooth tops and some nice little feet. So while those are cooling, we can get our buttercream ready. And this is just like a standard buttercream. I made just a big batch of white frosting and then divided it up, and I'm just going to color them each to match my patties. Now, they do tell you to put it into a piping bag, but with so many different colors, I found it was just easier to use a spoon and put it on. That way you don't waste so many piping bags. Once the color's all mixed in there, take your spoon and just dollop a little bit onto the bottom half, the one without the seeds. Just go up and down until it's nice and smooth. And then holding the sides of your top patty, the one with the seeds, just gently press it down onto the icing. Don't press onto the top because you'll crack it. Fill the rest of your macarons and then that's it. Pretty patties available for you in 6 designer colors. They don't taste like Krabby Patties, but they taste really great. All right, let's test it out. Huh? Well, thanks for watching another Fiction Food Friday. Leave your suggestions down below. Hit that subscribe button for more videos like this and lots of other random stuff. I gotta serve these people, but I'll see you guys next time.